Yes guys, welcome from me as his Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge with myself and Matt. And as you can see by the date in the corner, we are fast approaching the halfway stage of Season 50 motherfucking 3. Cast your mind back then, Matt is in charge of River, and let's see where we're at then as we come to the final part of the closing stage. He's in control, isn't he? He looks good. He's got 2-3 league games left. I mean, he shouldn't fuck this up. I truly believe he'll get it. I said I felt he'd get it, and I think he'll fuck off, if I'm honest with you. I think he'll go. I think he'll look at the jobs available. Let's have a quick gander at what jobs are available at the moment. Salamanca. I'm going to show you something about Salamanca in a minute. So, just realised. So he had a shaky start. He hasn't had it quite as plain sailing as he would have hoped. The Copa Mercusa, I don't even know what these fucking competitions are like, so I get confused between that and the Copa Liberados. But nevertheless, it's another cup, and he is in the final where he'll take on the Brazilian side, Palmeiras. In fact, I say take on, he's already won the first leg 4-0. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be the double as such, as close as you can get within Brazil. But credit where it's due to Matt. He's done a good job, and it was a shaky start, as I said, not just in terms of results, but the transfer window was all fucked up. Now, we always knew it was a little bit wayward, and the transfers got reset at a different time. We thought it was at the end of July, and to be fair to Matt, he got these two deals come in, Barbosa and Torres. Now, we thought that his transfer ins and outs would have reset, but it didn't. It weren't until the 1st of August that it reset. So these two players that you see here, Torres and Barbosa, were actually part of the new season's allocation. He's actually still got one more player to buy. But basically, he said he felt like it happens, don't it? It's a fucked up league in that sense. It's really weird. But, we learn by it, and I don't think I'll ever return to Argentina. I don't think Matt will ever return once he leaves. So don't be fooled by the fact that he brought in 9 players, because those two here are at the end of the season and they're for the new allocation. And as I said, he's got one more player. I don't know if he's got anybody due to come in. No, he hasn't. He's got players that are leaving. And in terms of the players that arrived, now what had happened was, so they would have all arrived actually. A lot more would have arrived on the 21st, but his squad was too big, so a few of them got cancelled. Some of them, they're not going to be worldies. You've got to remember, he's had to stay to Argentina. The value scale is a lot different. I think Diego Garcia is a great player. Apart from his injury prone, is a bit worrying. Fabio Oliva, again, good player, particularly because he's homegrown. Contreras, not too bad at all. And Bustamante, look at that, 788. You cannot grumble with that. But yeah, absolute remarkable season for Matt, and he's almost there. Over to me. We are still as Manchester United, and this is where we're at. We are currently top of the Premier League. The champions, Wolves, they're just behind us with that game in hand. It's been a bit of a shaky run at times. Now, what I've found, right, we're into the League Cup semi-finals. Now, what I've found is I play better when I got, and I believe this guy is Tony Adams regen, by the way. This Tony Adams regen, right, where is he? I play better when he's playing, but I dropped him because he was doing awful for me. So, I've still got one more transfer as well to come in. You may recall we had a load of these players already arranged. Who else did we get? He was already there, went in the last update. And Danny Allen was our penultimate signing. We've got one more to come through. I don't think we've got anybody due. No, we haven't. So yeah, we've done all right. We've done all right. Let me just check something. Oh yeah, I do have the middle defensive midfielder, and I probably should pay attention to that being the strongest marker. Okay. So what can I say? Hopefully we are gunning for the title. Where do I sit at the end of the season if I win the title with Man United? I don't know. I mean, me taking Man United is a big contradiction on something else that I said, and that was taking a club that I haven't been before. But I think we all have these moments. We have meltdowns. I know me and Matt had several meltdowns in Argentina. I know that for a fact, and I did. I think I did when I was first in Portugal. So we'll just see where we're at, really. I mean, Matt really is eager to get over the finishing line of winning that opening stage, and I feel he will. I'm not 100% sure the sort of job calibre that's going to come available, though. So he may be there for the closing stage as well, because you've got to think it's going to be a world year next year, and then there'll probably be more vacancies. Who knows? So on the subject of jobs, now I looked at jobs and I thought Salamanca's still there. What the fuck? Now check this, right? This is the typical flaw that you don't realise until you're really late into the game. So as you can see, Salamanca have no manager apparently. Well, they do, because look, Rafael Ramirez is the manager, and he was well. Look what it says. It says Salamanca B. It says Salamanca B. Now this makes no sense. He's a manager of Salamanca B and Salamanca A, and that's why they're not appointing a new manager. So it's a flaw. I mean, you've got to think to yourself, ODB, 53 seasons into the game, you know, we could apply and we'd probably get the job. And I'll give you an example why I think that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, what I did is I went to Salamanca and I went to Landmarks, and they sacked their proper manager in 2029, and they've not had a manager since. So that's where the fuck up came in 9 years' time. Sorry, not 9 years' time. In 2029, then they got relegated from the top tier 9 years later. Now, the reason I think I know will... Hang on, let me just go... Oliver Kahn. Sorry, I just saw Oliver Kahn. Now, we had something else that happened a bit bizarre with regards to jobs. It was me. I was offered a job, and I forget who it was, but I didn't even apply for it. Now, basically, if I just go to the news, I went to it, and let's pretend, right? Let me just do this. So basically, let's pretend that bit of news there, they've offered me a job, but right above it, before I'd even accepted it or declined it, right above, that same team had given the job to somebody else, but I could still accept it. Now, we're not sure what would have happened. I believe if I'd have accepted it, that guy that had been appointed would have been, I don't know, removed, sacked or whatever. I would say sacked, because when you first take over a team in CM, let's say you start as Man United, whichever team you choose, their manager, Alex Ferguson, is sacked. So it's an interesting one, really, because realistically that puts an emphasis that maybe when you start a game of CM, on whichever version, start as a team unmanaged. That way, they're an AI manager that has an unfair sacking to his name, almost. Maybe the game is not sophisticated enough to take all that into account. Maybe I'm just being a little bit fucking anal. But that's one way to look at it. So we are in the League Cup semi-finals, where we'll take on either Grimsby or Wolves. Now, obviously, we want Grimsby. Wolves are the kings at the minute. Wolves, you know, let's just show you the situation with Wolves. They're not just a one-off. They've won 3 of the last 4 titles. Let's have a quick gander at their stadium. They've got secure money, 36,000, so nothing special. And in terms of value, nothing special. And they're playing 2 up top. So 53 years in, and so many AIs, not all, so many of them play that formation. I fucking hate it. I really hate it with a passion. But hey. And that's it, really. That is where we're at then on this epic of an ODB game. Now, if anyone is aware of any other network games that are taking place in and around the world of CM, let me know. I'm really fascinated to see who else does network games. I know Matt and Ross had a game, and I think the problem is it's difficult to prioritise all your time to one network, to more than one network game. Like for me, my 3-man game, and I always said this to Matt at the very, very start when we started this. I always said my 3-man game was always going to take priority, and he respected that. And obviously, as we don't play a lot of the 3-man like we used to, me and Matt are off. That's why we've got to 53 seasons. I mean, as I said before, 53 seasons in 9 months is just fucking ridiculous. I was telling my wife about it yesterday. She called me a sad cunt, but, you know. So that is it then. That is part 54 then, in this remarkable game. Let's just check this really quickly for Matt. Matt should be top, yeah, he is. And the overall, Matt is superb at River. What am I, very good, something like that? Very good, yeah. Us, because I'm not in Europe. And there we go. There we go. That is the Game On Challenge. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.